You know what movie I think on Netflix is pretty close to the quality of Russian Doll is Steven Soderbergh's High Flying Birds. Just dropped this past Friday, and starring Andre Holland, Zazie Beetz, um, Zachary
Quinto.
Quinto, Melvin Gregg, Sonia Sohn. Which shout out Kima dog. Like if you watch The Wire, you haven't really seen Kima in a lot of stuff, so it's always good to see her. Um, yeah, this is interesting. So like the thing I think people are probably most or like the thing people were talking about beforehand was that this was all shot on an iPhone, which is something we've been seeing people playing with formats and ways of shooting films, and I'm sure that there's a ton of people that make phone movies on iPhones every day. But when you have Steven Soderbergh making a movie on an iPhone, that's pretty interesting because I mean he's a really amazing director, a true great and legend in his field. High Flying Birds. Did you like it? And if so, why?
You love adding unnecessary plural to titles. This is bird, dog. High flying
Yeah.
bird.
Well, there were more than one bird in this, at least I think. But we'll talk about
Yeah,
that.
I really liked it because this movie is all script, and if you appreciate good writing and storytelling primarily through dialogue and writing, this is a movie for you. And not only is Soderbergh a great, obviously directing it in an interesting way at that, but it was written by Terrell Alvin McCraney, the playwright who we know co-wrote Moonlight. And it shows because there's not an ounce of expository dialogue in this whole movie. And everything is told through real plot moving conversations, and the characters are fleshed out over time through the world that's built by the script and script alone. Because while we get really cool angles from the iPhone, whether it's wherever it's pitched or put, it was primarily on a tripod when Soderbergh was shooting it. It's a lot of close-ups. It's a lot of person talking to person or person walking and talking to someone else, So all the work really needs to get done with these conversations. And I think it really works out. You maybe going in, you hear it's a basketball movie, a movie about sportsmen, you think there's going to be like those sports scenes, and there's not that, right? Like we don't see Eric Scott play that game at the court. It cuts away, right? I know probably some people maybe thought the movie was lacking like quote action, I guess. It didn't bother me. I can understand that. But I didn't think the movie was slow because the pacing was so strong, but it was just all dialogue based. But what was your take?
No, yeah, I mean, I thought it was good. I didn't end up loving this movie. I thought it was I want to say slow. I think it just for a film that is so dialogue driven, I needed a little bit more. I found myself kind of feeling a little bit almost like oversaturated with having to follow all these conversations. I wanted to show me a little bit, but overall, I thought it was pretty good. It's not my favorite Soderbergh movie, but it's definitely a quality film, and the fact that a movie of this quality is just like another thing on Netflix at this point is probably the thing I'm most like struck by. Like you're getting this great filmmaker with the doing this really inventive style of shooting this film, and he's just like, yeah, and it's gonna be on Netflix. Just blows my mind that I watched it in my home.
Right. I mean, yeah, having it not be your favorite Soderbergh movie is fine, given the laundry list of great popular movies he's made.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think obviously the talent stands out, but they made this for like $2 million. So most of the actors didn't take a big check for this. But I think Andre Holland, his role as Ray, is actually really meaty. The script really helps him out. And that's good because, I mean, I think everyone who knows about Andre Holland likes him, whether it was Moonlight or The Nick or wherever you first introduced him. He was just on Castle Rock, but I feel like he deserves to be a bigger star still. So let's hope a lot of people watch this movie. I liked Zazie Beetz.
Where have I seen? Sorry, where have we seen Melvin Gregg before? Because
I got it right away. Did you figure it out?
No,
it was he's DeMarcus Tillman in American Vandal, the basketball star. Right.
Damn.
So typecast perhaps Melvin, but hey, yeah, that's where you saw him.
I was staring at him like I've seen you before, and like I didn't think he really like gave off like a pro ball player vibe. I think he actually fits the high school vibe more, but I
Yeah,
guess he's
he's
supposed
the
to be a young pro ball player in this. So
yeah with not a lot of uh, life experience, right?
yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, but Andre Holland, I mean, incredible. And you were just about to go in on Zazie Beetz, who everything she's in, she's just so charming and like
Yeah.
gives off
Hmm.
such a great vibe. I really thought the way that she played this role was like so almost like too realistic in a way. Like it really felt like this is probably the way a lot of people in these jobs are, like kind of just always looking for the next thing, but like kind of under the radar, like making the real moves. I thought she was
Hmm.
wonderful. And Zachary Quinto just getting dunked on by Andre Holland at the end was probably my favorite part. Was when he just like put his dick on the table. Basically,
Oh,
it was like, "Yep, I just did this whole thing."
yep. Fucking awesome. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's not really about basketball per se. It's just about power dynamics and
Yeah.
family relationships and stuff like that, right? Um, the game and type of the game. But I think the
Mhm.
analog to the NBA, or even people have been doing this a lot, the analog to Soderbergh's relationship with the film industry as
Mhm.
a talented person who tries to exist outside the mainstream. I think you can take this movie a lot of ways. So it's been getting a lot of love. It's interesting that Soderbergh went to Netflix with this after Logan Lucky and Unsane, his last two movies. Unsane was also on an iPhone, but he tried to distribute those himself with like low
Mhm.
marketing budgets, and they didn't really succeed. And now he's following that up with not one but two Netflix films because, of course, The Laundromat, the Panama Papers movie is coming out also on Netflix, and that has Meryl Streep, Gary Oldman, and Antonio Banderas in it.
So
So
no one really big in that one.
nah, you ain't heard
Well,
of those people.
yeah. What did you think about him using like real life NBA players in this? Do you feel like it really added a lot to the movie?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
part
it's
I
we.
didn't really like that much.
Yeah, it was fine. It was what Reggie Jackson, Towns, and Mitchell.
Yeah.
Um, Mitchell already doing some movie stuff after one season. Come on, dog. It's a focus on that craft. You had that sophomore slump to start the year. We know why now. Um, now, I mean, yeah, it kind of like sets like the vibe in terms of
Mhm.
like what I forget his name, the old coach character was kind of talking about, right?
I forget his
But
name.
yeah, I could have done without it, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that, and just overall, how it was so dialogue heavy wasn't. It was well written, and like especially like that last speech, you can tell like that is when that would have been perfect for a play. Like if that was done live, like whoever does that brings home the Tony for like best like monologue or some shit like that. But um, yeah, I think overall it's a really good film. And if you have Netflix and you're not watching that, like stop watching Friends for the thousandth time and just
Yeah, The
take an
Office.
hour and a half. It was only like what, like an hour and a half, like
It's
90
90
minutes.
minutes exactly.
Yeah, go watch it.